everybody. Welcome to A Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Ladies and gentlemen, hold that phone, stop what you're doing, leave the bread in the oven and the kids in the bath, because we have huge breaking news from 24 hours ago. Because New York Attorney General Letitia James released a memo yesterday announcing that the investigation of the former president's organization is now exploring possible criminal conduct. Oh yeah, he is going down. No question about it, brother. I'll bet everything I own, including this t-shirt that says, "It's Mueller time." And my other t-shirt that says, "It's impeachment time," and my other t-shirt that says, it's second impeachment time. This time we're not wasting our time." This criminal investigation is a big deal. Up till now, the case against the lingering orange fart was merely financial and might have cost him money, but didn't threaten his liberty. And I assume liberty means freedom and not the name of another porn star he paid off. The statement from the New York AG's office dropped late last night, and cable news had a 4-alarm freakout.
As we've been talking, Rachel, the bookers of The Last Word have been working furiously because whatever show we were going to do, we'll see what's left of it by the time we get to our first commercial break.
Well, let me tell you, Lawrence, this is so huge, there's going to be nothing left of whatever show we were going to do tonight. See this script, tonight's script? Bye-bye, baby. In the garbage. To break down the complex proteins of this story, let's go now to one of my CBS colleagues for in-depth analysis of what we know so far. Anne-Marie Green, tell us what this means.
A New York investigation into his business empire, Trump Inc., has gone from civil to criminal.
Wow. Okay, CNN's Brianna Keilar, break that down for us.
They were civil, now it's criminal.
Right, and what are the implications of that?
This investigation has gone from civil to criminal.
Interesting. Peter Alexander, what has the AG found here?
The AG may have found something that made this go from civil to criminal.
Checks out. Don Lemon, what does that actually mean?
That means it's civil in nature, but also criminal. They have just added this criminal capacity on top of it.
Do we have another copy of the script? Because this one got some marinara on it. I had calamari for lunch. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown that out. Do we have? Oh, it's in the teleprompter. Okay, all right. Jump the gun a little bit there. What was I going to talk about? Oh, right. Barack Obama, ladies and gentlemen, has always been surprisingly respectful of his successor, waxed gritty. Going all the way back to 2016, when he somehow maintained dignity while greeting him at the White House. It was like having to meet your daughter's new fiancé, who is also your racist uncle. But according to a new book during the 2020 campaign, Obama privately let folks know how he really felt, calling the fraud father a madman, a racist, sexist pig, and that lunatic. Just like Michelle said, when they go low, we go that lunatic. But those weren't even the strongest words Obama used about that lunatic. When he learned about the presidential phone calls the racist, sexist pig had with foreign leaders without any aides on the line to hear what was being discussed, he called the madman that corrupt mother. Must have been incredible to hear Barack Obama get so fiery. Look, he's a mother. Look, the thing is, speaking of that corrupt mother, as of this taping, the House is set to approve a bipartisan commission to investigate the Capitol riot. No thanks to House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, seen here enjoying a game of fetch. McCarthy came out against the bill yesterday, and then the previously neutral GOP whip, Steve Scalise, sent a letter to members informing them that the leadership was now advocating Republicans vote against the legislation. You could say the whip asked them to vote nay, nay. That joke is for the kids out there who are now 35. Did you fill out your taxes? Deadline was Monday, but you already knew that because you're 35. GOP chose to oppose the bill despite the fact that it was agreed to by their chosen negotiator, New York Republican and guy who accidentally pressed 2 for Spanish and doesn't know how to go back, John Katko. Katko, is one of the 29 GOP members of the bipartisan Problem Solvers Caucus. Hey, I thought all members of the House were supposed to be in the Problem Solvers Caucus. That's why we send them to Washington, though I guess these days a lot of them go down to Mar-a-Lago to meet with the problem. McCarthy and Scalise claim they opposed the bill because they wanted the commission not only to investigate the events of January 6th, but also the Black Lives Matter protests of last summer, Antifa, and the death of Capitol Police Officer William Billy Evans. Okay, but it's the commission on January 6th. That's like being upset that the movie Halloween doesn't investigate what happened on Arbor Day, where you think you hug trees or don't hug trees, or I do something with trees. One person I was surprised to learn voted no on this measure was Indiana Representative Greg Pence, who is Mike Pence's own brother. Certainly changes the meaning of this text from Greg. Hey, bro, want to hang this weekend? In the GOP crazy-off, there's a new challenger throwing his tinfoil hat into the ring. St. Louis attorney Mark McCloskey, seen here in his two-person show, Spam Rambo and the Hamburglaress. McCloskey and his wife went viral last year after they threatened Black Lives Matter protesters with guns. Now, McCloskey is running for Senate in Missouri. As for why pointing a gun at peaceful protesters qualifies McCloskey for the Senate or anything else, he says he's answering to a higher power.
God came knocking on my door last summer, disguised as an angry mob, and it really did wake me up.
Okay, so God came to you in disguise and you pointed an assault rifle at him? I guess that explains McCloskey's campaign slogan, Mark McCloskey, I will kill God. It's clear that McCloskey is a man of deep spirituality. I mean, who could forget the iconic parable, when you saw only one set of footsteps, it was then that I was in the emergency room because you winged me. Jesus, buddy, I was just saying hi. The country is opening back up, and so are our wallets. Apparently, sales are way up on personal hygiene products because during the pandemic, with few places to go, there was little reason to shave, use deodorant, or spray perfume. Yes, why would you need personal hygiene when there's no one around for the last year but the love of your life? What are you going to do, Maria? Divorce me? The only other person you see is the seamless guy. What's he got that I don't? Oh, mozzarella sticks, right. Now that the CDC has relaxed its mask mandates, people are pouring cash into prettying up the lower half of their faces. So there's been a dramatic increase in purchases of teeth whitening products. Good. As someone in show business, I know that teeth are important. When I go to the dentist, I tell him I want my teeth to be so white that policemen call them sir. The beauty industry is also poised for a rush on lipstick and gloss. That's good news for the industry. For the last 14 months, the only people buying lipstick have been murderers. Oh, there's also another small story making rounds. UFOs are real, which brings us to space news.
Hi, Dad. Whee!
UFOs are real edition. Strap on your space belt, folks, because the Pentagon now admits that UFOs exist and are regularly spotted in U.S. airspace. A story brought to light by my CBS colleagues over at 60 Minutes, who for years have been trying to find the aliens and their youth-giving cocoons. 60 Minutes sat down with former Pentagon official and Guy Fieri's older brother who went into Flavortown city government, Luis Elizondo. Elizondo described how powerful these UFOs are.
Imagine a technology that can do 600 to 700 G-forces, that can fly at 13,000 miles an hour, that it can evade radar, and that can fly through air and water and possibly space.
Holy cow, 700 Gs? Let me put that in perspective. I flew in a fighter jet with the Thunderbirds where we pulled 9 Gs, and I spent the next 4 hours barfing into what I hope was a sandwich bag. So one thing's for sure, if aliens ever do invade Earth, they're going to be really disappointed by our roller coasters. In recent years, the Pentagon has declassified videos taken by Navy pilots of powerful flying objects using unknown technology to make themselves incredibly grainy. 60 Minutes correspondent Bill Whitaker sat down with some of the pilots, and one of them described this close encounter.
We saw this little white tic-tac looking object, and it's just kind of moving above the whitewater area. There was 4 of us in the airplanes literally watching this thing for roughly about 5 minutes. The tic-tac's still pointing north-south. It goes and just turns abruptly and starts mirroring me. So as I'm coming down, it starts coming up.
So it's mimicking your moves.
Yeah, it was aware we were there. So I go like this, and it's climbing still. And when it gets right in front of me, it just disappears.
Disappears?
Disappears. Like gone.
Disappears. So aliens are here and they're ghosting us? You don't have to text us back, aliens, but at least, leave a crop circle. Another pilot said these encounters happen all the time.
Every day for at least a couple of years.
Wait a minute, every day for a couple of years?
Mm-hmm.
So, you're seeing an alien spacecraft every day for a couple of years and no one thought to bring up a really good camera? Don't worry, I got some footage. I used the nanny cam from the baby's room. Might be a little fuzzy. I left it in the teddy bear. We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Lisa Kudrow and author Tamika D. Mallory, but when we come back, I help ease your post-COVID anxieties.